Hey everybody, welcome to a Christmas edition of Falcons Corner. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Rickard, you guys that don't close Danny Berg. Yeah, still Professor Ferguson.
Yeah.
Still the semester.
Still the semester.
Still the fall semester.
Yeah, even though his final project is done.
Yeah.
SID on behind the camera. If we get snow falling out on this episode,
Yeah.
or a roaring fire,
There's something there, right?
we have something.
Well, you gotta know, we don't even have to digitally bring it in. We have a Christmas
I
tree
know,
in
we have
today.
a
This
fire
is
here.
the
Can
extent of our Christmas.
Snow.
This is the extent of the Christmas edition.
Can snow fall throughout this episode? Just
We'll see.
continuously put snow in?
We'll see.
And then maybe
Try.
we'll get some heavier snowfall as the episode goes along.
And then it's just not
More accumulation.
Yeah. See if box office do that.
All right, so let's get into it. We're sitting this week, but it doesn't mean the episode's going to be any longer than it was last week because we're standing. Let's start off with esports.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Watch party at Bartari.
Big watch party.
For the national championship.
Yeah.
Victorious.
It was great. It was really good. We had a couple people from athletics there. Had a couple people from the college as a whole there, which was nice to see. Yep.
Just going to support.
Yeah, some guys from the actual esports team that were there as well. Obviously, Coach Bob D was there, and the Falcons did it. Another national championship, 3-0 sweep over Wake Tech. Was exciting. Was kind of cool. Different way to watch it. You know, you've got as if you were watching a game. You're at a bar. You know, a couple people have drinks, and you're watching a game, watching it unfold, which was awesome. So
Yeah, it was a good turnout. Yeah, you know what I mean? I think we had a watch party last year. I think it was a little bit better.
Right.
What got me was, though, at one point both TVs were streaming at the same time, and then one became 3 seconds ahead of the other, and the one that was behind was the one I was looking at. And I hear like this eruption on game number 2. I think it was like we were tied, and then we went up, and I'm looking, I'm like, well, what the, oh shit. So I was like thrown off, but I still wouldn't watch the one that was ahead. Right. But it was awesome. It was just exciting to see.
yeah, it was great. And you know, the guys obviously played well. I think Guadalupe Oka came up with 9 goals altogether, and it was funny. The second game of the 3 games they played was not close, but the other 2 games went to overtime, went to sudden death overtime, and so it was cool that even though they were up 2-0 in the series, they still won it on a game winner.
Right.
You know, it was still a goal that went in at the end, so that was nice. It was good.
Congratulations, esports.
Yeah.
And now they get ready, wrap it up, and get ready for the spring and defend that championship also.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Coach Bobby D, way to go. All right, did a lot of work this semester.
Did.
Taking the reins, and I know we're all proud of him. So kudos to him and his ladies and guys.
Yep.
So, all right, let's talk about Amir Mack leading men's basketball all week to some key Region 19 victories.
Yeah, a couple wins last week, right?
It was nice. Amir played very well, very efficient from the floor and from the free throw line. And the Kirk Fallon led Falcons. Kirk is awesome on the sideline, cracks me up. He's terrible. He's sweating and very demonstrative on the sideline. And,
I just heard. So I mean, we got wins over. Who did we get wins over? Middlesex
And Essex.
Essex, and we just had the 2 games, right?
Yep.
That's right. But I heard on Saturday, I missed the men's game. Just brought to my attention this morning, there was a potential 10-second violation that was missed.
Right.
It was at 12 seconds. And an official walked by him, and as he walked by, Kurt ripped his jacket off and walked out to the middle of the floor. And I'm sad that I missed it.
Yeah.
But they see that fire in their coach, they're going to go.
I think the worst part of that missed call was the 3 that occurred during that possession.
Right.
Yes,
That put us behind a little bit earlier.
Coach was at midcourt when that timeout was officially given.
even this weekend, Nair Papa had a nice breakout game in a huge second
Yep.
half, 21 in second half, right? For
Yes, yep.
So, a nice breakout game from him. It's nice
And
to see
the-
guys finally, shoot the ball from behind the arc. It's funny that happened too because Kirk said he knows my philosophy 3 is more than 2, and he's like, you might have to break this philosophy. He mentioned that on Saturday. I was like, well, when you don't have guys that can make 3s, then you might have to. And then what do? They go out and make.
They start making 3s, and the guards played really well, and the Zero had a good game on Tuesday. Really kind of forced the action defensively.
Yeah.
Joey Chapman had a good second half on Saturday. Came in and played really well. After just the guys started to get after it defensively, which if last year's team, that was kind of their hallmark, is they defended the ball and they were up and down the floor, and our guys started to do that, and I felt like that's what really bled into their offense.
Last 2 games, opponents have a hard time getting on the full court press.
Yep.
So it would be interesting to see because they played again Tuesday night. course, big game.
Right,
So
yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
Win or lose, it's posted there. But hopefully they bring that same intensity and that hot shooting because they'll be off for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
The Christmas break, once the semester ends, we do send them home. Sometimes bring them back a little bit earlier, but the coaches, we don't play till January.
They've been working hard between practice in the classroom and the weight room and stuff. So
we've done it every which way. We've kept them longer, brought them back earlier, and it didn't work out. You keep, you know what I mean? So nice little full break, and I think it's important for everybody.
But you mentioned Amir Mack having a great couple games, named as the EPAC Men's Basketball Player of the Week because of that.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, Jayla South led the women's team to a couple victories last week.
Yeah.
Same efficiency as almost mirrored each other. Men's and women's games. She was also named EPAC Player of the Week.
Yep.
And more importantly than that, the Lackawanna College Athletics.
Yeah, and I, there was some good competition. I mean, you had Amir with he had 41 points over those games. Jayla had 60.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Talk about someone stepping it up in the last 2
weeks. I saw her
really. She's popping those threes.
Yeah, I saw her warming up earlier in the week in that game during the middle of the week, whatever day that was.
Essex Tuesday.
Yeah. And she made 4 or 5 threes in a row in the pregame. Said, Coach, that's for you. I'm like, all right, you can just make them during the game too. And she
she went and did that.
That night and then Saturday and stuff too. So the ladies have seemed to turn a little bit of a corner and are playing a little bit better, putting some points on the board, defending a little bit, and come out with a couple victories.
Yeah. So I mean, they're wrapping their season up or their semester up. This first half of the season on Saturday. They go down to Salem.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll give them an opportunity. I think it's a winnable game for them.
Yep.
I think it could, like you said, turn in that corner,
right.
Finish the semester on a relatively solid note.
Right.
Again, with the ups and downs early in the season, injuries, things like that, even with the men, it has them all gelling together. So hopefully they can continue that.
Right.
What I was going to say was the women are playing very well, like Danny mentioned. And
right.
Saturday's game, Steve Young and I had mentioned on the broadcast that we thought that was an important game against Middlesex because it felt like those were the two teams that are going to be battling for a potential 4th playoff spot in Region 19 Division 2.
Right.
So you got to win the games you have at home. Yeah. And to do what they did and play as well as they did, probably their best game, I thought, of the year.
Right.
Jayla had 31, and Desi White, who didn't play great, still had 13.
Right.
And everybody else kind of had good all-around games. That was probably the best game we've seen them play this year.
And then wrestling was also on the road. They wrestled on Sunday.
They wrestled on Sunday.
Probably not the results Coach Barbary would have wanted, but it's a good experience, right?
Yeah, I mean Nassau's good. I mean, we talked about that last week. So, going out to Niagara and to Nassau, they're some of the best Division III wrestling schools in the country. But they're open events. So, I think to go be able to, again, I think at this point it's getting the number of matches that you can get. I think some of them had 5.
And there was still some, I think East Stroudsburg had a couple kids there. So there were still some even Division I, Division II schools that may have had some kids even unattached there. Shannon finished 5th. So he actually got a couple wins in the consolation, ended up finishing 5th. Simeon Hunt won a couple matches as well. But it was tougher sledding for a lot of the guys, but they, like Danny said, they got experience. I think that's the big key.
Right. Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
Early on, I mean, it was just like a duel, and we had like we wrestled at Wilkes with their B team. We go on a match, it's a whole day. This is more along the lines of what you're going to see at districts and at nationals, where you're wrestling more than once in a day.
Yep.
And usually at nationals, it's not more than 3, I think, but here, upwards of 4 for the Gulf Atlantic Championships. They need to see it. Yeah. And I think last year we entered some, but not enough. Right. And then even on the 22nd going to Wilkes, it's not a duel with their B team; it's an open.
Yeah.
And doing all of those things, I think, is just really, really important. Again, before they have their break.
Right.
We have a couple duels coming up, maybe some tri matches in the spring semester.
Yep.
Will you be posting results from the 22nd duel, or are you going to be officially on Christmas break?
I'm working even though we're off. I'm still working. I'm still in charge of.
Fans can, see it on social media and on the website. I'm not working on the 22nd.
Here's the thing. When we're off, we still have that wrestling event, and we will hopefully, we'll see what happens. We will hopefully have some All-Americans to tell people about in football as well. Right. So that stuff will have to be announced, and we'll have some other things going on social media. So
we wouldn't know what to do if we didn't have work. That's why it's so great hosting a huge tournament here over the Christmas break.
Right.
Everybody else is home. 2 14-hour days.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Falcons going to take a break.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director with Lackawanna College, and we're doing something a little different here. We're talking to our guys from the Lackawanna College Esports Rocket League squad, national champions back-to-back in the NJCAAE. Big victory last week over Wake Tech. We've got Guadalupe Oka joining us. We've got Jacob Siemens joining us, and we have JK Foshizzle, Matt Kelly joining us on the program as well, the guys that make up the team. Thanks so much for joining us. Guadalupe, we'll start with you, man. You were part of last year's championship squad. You had the game winner in this game against Wake Tech. What was it like to be able to repeat, to be able to get all the way back to the championship game and come away with a victory?
So I think no matter how many tournaments I've played, no matter how many matches I've played, I still am always nervous. But, with the team that we have right here this year and the year before, I've always been confident in our abilities. And it's awesome, taking the win again for us.
It was awesome to watch, by the way. I was talking to you just before we started recording here about being able to watch you guys compete in a bar and at a watch party with some of the administration and stuff like that. I mean, did it feel, I know, like, you're still, you play in your environment, you play in your rooms wherever it is that you actually compete, but did it feel like there were any more bright lights or anything more in terms of it being a championship game, or did it feel like just another match?
I really do think it did feel like a championship match for sure. Wake Tech, they're our best competition in this league, and I was still nervous. My hands, were still sweating, and it felt like a championship match for sure. And it was a really good match. Really enjoyed it.
Matt, I want to talk to you too. You were part of last year's team. I mean, how important was it for you to get back to the championship match and repeat, do what you guys were able to do?
No, it's been amazing. Honestly, I've been here since 2020, and last year when we won the spring title, it was great because we lost, I think, 2020 fall when I was here, and I think 2021 fall we also lost in the finals or upper finals in 2020 when we lost. But it was amazing because we won the spring and then we won this fall with a new teammate, Jacob, of course. He helped us a lot during the season. We almost went undefeated, but we lost one match due to a forfeit. And I don't know, ever since the start of the season, I felt like we just had great chemistry. Like, we just couldn't be stopped, especially in the East Conference.
Well, and Jacob, let's talk about you getting kind of added to the team, because it was originally someone else who was a part of the team, and there had to be kind of a substitution made and early in the season. So you joined the team in, and what was that like for you kind of joining these two, and how do you think your season went as things kind of went along?
I'm going to be completely honest. I just expected to join to get my classes scheduled early. Because I got to give all credit to Andy Hall. I think he graduated last year from Lackawanna, but he told me about the esports team. He knew I was relatively high ranked, and he's like, bro, you should just apply, at least for the early class schedule. Like, okay. And they told me, they're like, yo, we kind of need you on the main team. I'm like, okay. I had 2 hours past 2 weeks, so I put in a little bit of hours, and I think the season went pretty good. I took it casually, light work for us. Light work for Lackawanna.
Another day in the office.
And you stepped in, but what was that like for you kind of to play? I guess the question I'm trying to ask is, especially for people that may not be familiar with Rocket League, what's that like stepping in maybe with players that you're not familiar with right away? How does that chemistry kind of build? And especially working with Oka and JK, how did that chemistry build for you?
Yeah, I've been in this situation in the past before with other leagues like United Rogue, where I'm added to a team with two players who know each other very well. So I let them play their play style for the first couple weeks, try and see how I could fit in. I think that's what I did with you guys. I just kind of sat back and had to cut when I had to cut and do what I had to do, and then eventually just went monkey mode by the end of the season.
Well, we kind of know how Jacob kind of came to Lackawanna. Guadalupe, what about you? How did you come to Lackawanna College? What was it that brought you to become a student and then obviously compete in esports at Lackawanna College?
So it was actually Matt that he was a really big drive for me. To personally just start advancing in getting my degree. I had a few hours because of the military, but I never actually was pursuing my degree. So thanks to Matt, telling me like, hey man, it'd be very good for you to get your cybersecurity degree. And guess what? You can also play in the esports team with me. And me and him had already previously been teammates. And I mean, I knew that I wanted to stick with my boy. So, thanks to
Right.
him, I'm here.
Right. And Matt, how was it that you came to Lackawanna?
It was quite a while ago. Actually, I reached out to the school in 2018 after I heard from a friend. They just go to school around me, and it was with our old esports director, Teddy Delaney. I talked to him a lot about coming to the school because I was very interested in playing for the program. And I liked what you guys offered as well. You guys had a nice esports room and nice teams, and yeah.
And then obviously the rest has been history for you guys. Oka, you said you're studying cybersecurity. What's kind of your hope to do with a cybersecurity degree?
So I'm fortunate enough to already work a cybersecurity job because of the Army. But eventually when my contract finishes, when I have a degree to support my resume as well as experience in the field already, that would just help me get the job outside of the military and work as a civilian.
Right. Jacob, what are you studying here at Lackawanna?
So technically, I'm studying business. Because the story how I ended up at Lackawanna is more complicated than esports. Because I was supposed to go to Marywood University and run for them. Because I was really good for track for my senior year. And I only ran junior and senior year, so they're like, come here. But my grades were horrible. I think I had a 1.9 GPA throughout high school. But so I went to Lackawanna, just chose business degree. But I'm transferring and I'm going to be doing computer science, and I think Marywood calls it informational security, which is basically cybersecurity. But I'm going to get both of them at Marywood. Maybe I'll come back here for cybersecurity, play a couple more seasons with Lackawanna.
Do you feel like coming to Lackawanna has kind of helped you in terms of becoming a better student and kind of like adjusting?
Yeah, 100%. I think my GPA at the end of this semester is 3.5. So coming from a 1.9, it improved a bit. And that was still with me being lazy, waiting to do discussions. I know there's someone watching right now where you got discussion due. Shut off this video, go do your discussion. Reply to those 3 people.
Jacob, it was funny. You of your 3 teammates there, you were the one that was chosen for the national interview after the championship match last week. We didn't get to hear too much of it, but it looked like what was kind of going through your mind as you kind of got set up for that.
I just wanted to throw as many passive aggressive jabs at the other team. I didn't know the team's name. I didn't know the players on the team. I can't remember anything. It felt like literally a ranked match. No, it felt like a casual match. I'm gonna throw more jabs. But I don't know. I just wanted to have fun with it. I wanted to make it memorable.
Right. Well, that's certainly what happened. Matt, what are you hoping to? What are you studying here at Lackawanna, and what are you hoping to do after your time here at Lackawanna?
I just got done my business administration 2-year degree this semester. Just got all my classes yesterday, and I'm probably going to stay here for my business bachelor's as well. Looking forward to hopefully getting a 3-peat, maybe even more championships with y'all.
Right. What are you looking to do after Lackawanna with a business degree?
Honestly, I'm trying to get more into the esports world, esports job world, with the industry and stuff. Maybe like a esports director job, like Robert D.
Okay.
And yeah, something along the lines of that. Maybe stuff with video games as well.
So everybody's gamer tag for the most part. Oka's is Aoka, Jacob Siemens, Jacob. Yours, I gotta ask the origin of JK for Shizzle. Can you shed some light on that for us?
It's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of funny at the same time. It's actually my brother's username, because my name is Matt Kelly, MK. His name is John Kelly, JK. So I kind of used his username from Xbox years ago, and
Okay.
I stuck with it.
And just like a big Snoop Dogg fan, is that what the foot shizzle's there for? Or
Yeah, he was like, I think he made that in the, like mid 2000s, like early rap cringe username, I guess.
I don't want to date myself, but that's when I was in high school that started to become a thing, or even before that. So it's a throwback for sure. It's vintage cringe, that's for sure. So you're coming back. Oka, what about you? Are you around next semester, or are you moving on?
Yes, I am around next semester.
Okay, all right. So we have at least 2 returners for the spring semester. I mean, is that exciting for you guys? Because it's not compete in the fall and then there's a giant off season waiting to get back to the fall. It's compete, wait a month or 2, and get right back at it.
I think for Matt and I especially, we're just so used to competing with each other. I mean, we've been teammates for I think close to 3 years now.
Right.
So we're always on the grind.
That's for sure. Well, guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys being so candid, and I appreciate you guys for what you've done for Lackawanna College. Winning a national championship is a big deal, and you guys have been able to do it twice, and you guys really made the college and really made athletics proud this year. We're happy to have you guys representing us on the national stage and on Twitch and all that. So thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are back on a Christmas story edition of Falcons Corner. I'm Ralphie. You're Randy. Ferg is the bully. What's his name?
Scott Farkas?
Yeah, Farkas.
I guess I'd rather
He's
be.
gonna be standing up, ready to like jump at us.
Yeah.
I guess I'd rather be Scott than who got his tongue stuck to the pole.
Oh yeah, Flick.
Flick. Yeah, I don't think I want to be him.
And doesn't Flick get beat up by his mom when Ralphie accuses him of learning the fudge word? That might be my favorite part of the episode, is where Flick gets whooped. Because back in the day, that all happened to. Well, Ferg is not as old as me. To me, you guys are younger than me, but that happened to me.
Right.
My mom would get the phone would ring. My mom would get a call from a parent of a friend, and before I knew it, it was your fault. I had the belt, getting chased around the house with the belt. I was a kid.
I had soup in the
But I
mouth.
would just be
Soup in the
soup.
mouth. I had soap in the mouth.
Brings up the question: were you teaching people bad words?
I have never
Yeah,
used
shocker.
a bad word in my entire life. Shocking.
Wow.
My mouth is free of soap. I don't think I've ever cursed.
Yeah.
I will not curse tomorrow when we bowl because we are going on our holiday bowl.
We're going on our staff holiday
And it's
bowling
even
trip, which we
more-
might have some clips. We may or may not.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe a holiday greeting. Who knows? But more importantly, I'm going to make sure that Joe breaks 100 without bumpers because that's what he predicted. Because we were delayed in our taping today because of his comments about him setting bowling pins with his kid.
Yes.
But I think he might have been the big winner last year. Was that wrong? I have no idea.
I don't know. However,
It's too far away.
I'm coming out
Yeah.
guns blazing because I made a call to my brother who hijacked my bowling equipment when I retired from bowling 15 plus years ago.
my God.
And outside of his house today was my old bowling bag covered in cobwebs and dust and sawdust. And I looked in the bag and there was my green Rhino from when I was a year, almost professional bowler. It's in the car now. I'm gonna be like Boy McCracken.
You got this thing.
I used to have one of those. I'm gonna be like Boy McCracken. I'll hold the ball up for everyone like the ball of the rose and then watch out.
Oh, boy.
No
No-
question. I'm the
No mercy.
undisputed or bowling champion of the world is going to be.
You could add an wrestling element to it too. Maybe if Frank shows up.
It'll be fun because we should have a couple coaches from the athletic staff that should be there as well. So won't just be the administrative staff,
Us, Kira is coming.
Oh, yeah, Kira Ryan.
So I think a couple of coaches did reply that they were going to come, so we got the opportunity to get out of the office and wrap up.
If someone handles the finances too, I even have my own.
Ferg.
Listen, it's not gonna out of my mind.
Ferg, you know.
works.
It works.
I I know you handle the finances. I don't need to rent the shoes. I'm going to wear my own shoes.
Wow.
I'm going to save you
Oh,
now.
I'm gonna say no. It's like
Or
$4
$2.50.
now.
Yes. So,
Oh no.
yes. So I'm going to have my
He's
own
bringing his
shoes.
bowling ball,
You
bringing
got
his
my parents'
shoes.
accent, see my old Bronto balls up there when I was a little.
Yes. I don't know if the ball's going to hold up because when it hits something, it may just disintegrate. And then it
He's gonna
doesn't look
he's gonna show up with his
shape.
own like shine and everything. You know, it's just
But, you know, we'll see. But we'll post some clips of that and stuff too, and then we'll have a special holiday greeting with everyone tomorrow for the white nights, right?
Yep.
Sure
But
will.
just in case, we'll wish everyone a very happy Christmas, happy New Year, all the good stuff that comes along with the holidays.
Best holiday wishes, and finish out the year on a good note.
Yes.
Hope for an even better 2024.
Yes. All right. Good job.
hey, thanks, good job, guys.
All right. Good.
And then when he
Don't-
comes back next time, he will not be
Don't
professor.
chase me down Vine Street today as you bullied me when I'm walking out in the kids' Marcus. All right. You got to get a little side thing. Josh can be like a little side thing that just is stalking. You guys
Love
it. Chase me. And you can fall over and we'll put your big suit on or something. And you can
I'll put
fall
on my
over.
Santa onesie.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
I can see Danny having trouble eating mashed potatoes. I can see that being his
It
issue.
was a meatloaf.
That's right.
And my last favorite part of that too is after Ralphie gets in the fight and Randy's hiding under the sink, just crying, and then when the mom opens up, he's like, "Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie." That's amazing.
And she gives him a glass of milk and
Yes,
closes
it's
the door.
Closes the door.
Beautiful. All right, I love it. My dad got a leg once for Christmas, the leg lamb we got him because he likes the movie. My mom got rid of it. Yep, she went and out.
That's not good.
Oh no.
She was always,
she's never going to be a fan. She's never going to be a guest on Coach's
she was
Corner.
always jealous of that lamb.
Yeah, and because she got rid of it, she's no longer coming on the Coach's Corner.
Oh, Coach's Corner's off there. All right. Have a great holiday. We'll see you in 2024. Take flight.
From all of us at Lackawanna College Athletics, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And as always, go
Go
Falcons!
Falcons!